I gotta start favoriting things.
Welcome to Destination Divergence, episode 69.
Nice.
This is the Might, Metal, and Magic group, who just last week took a bit of a short session in order to take some downtime. And a couple of party members have some shiny new toys. Additionally, Eli made some contacts with the lower class citizens around town as he spent some time carousing amongst them. Leroy spent time crafting, I believe?
And doing legal activities.
Oh yes, you spent time selling things. You
Yes.
were a drug dealer for a week. That was the case. You managed to finally sell the blood gem that you've been trying to sell for,
My God.
I don't know, months now? Something like that.
You sell
Like a year out of game, like months in game.
Yeah. You sell one satchel of heroin to a princeling in an alley, and suddenly you're a drug dealer.
Suddenly, yeah. Fortunately, it was a princeling because he had a shit ton of money to spend on a drug that he had grown accustomed to back home. In fact, you would know, I think I've mentioned before, that most of this drug originates from his home country. So indeed, he was willing to pay you even more than what you perhaps should have gotten for it. You were quite lucky in this situation. So,
Out of character, I had no idea if that was a fair price or not, but I was like, boy, it's not a line item in my inventory.
big money. You are no longer broke. Excellent. Please
No.
clap. All right, so money was made, new toys were built, and Eli made a few contacts around town. Just to summarize again. A week has passed, accomplishing all of this, and the floor is yours. I'll throw the Wreck and Mark map back up and swap over to that music. And you may have the floor to do with what you will.
Did we meet back up in the tavern at the end of the last session? Is that the idea?
Likely yes, because speaking
Where
of
else
which, you
could be doing
only
my crafting?
you only paid for like a couple days of tavern, so I should say I think you all shared a room.
Eli,
right?
hit him with that feature.
I would like to hit you with my by popular demand feature, where when I perform in a inn, tavern, or circus theater, or even a noble's court, I receive free lodging and food of a modest or comfortable standard. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll consider that. That makes a lot of sense, especially since you were carousing all week. That you're probably performing quite a lot during that time as well. That would make sense. All right, so we'll just say the lodging for that room was just free this whole week. Then that makes sense.
Nice.
Thank you, Eli.
No problem, guys.
Eli.
Of course, most of your crafting was done in the pocket dimension that you can reach through the orb and key that Milos has, so that all of the blacksmithing and such isn't loud noise right in the middle of a tavern.
Yeah, don't
Serve the
get kicked
neighbors?
out.
Us? No.
Precisely. All right, so it would have been, yes, after a long rest. You're probably waking up this morning after your whole week of downtime has passed, as a lot of you pushed it right up to the limit of downtime and worked until you pretty much passed out on the final day, and you're now waking up the next day.
All right. Hi guys, it seems like I haven't seen you for a while, even though sort of have.
It feels like it's been like a week.
Or two.
It's only
even.
been like yesterday I saw you guys.
That was a
don't
long
think
night, I
you've seen
suppose.
me. I've been making my thing.
Well, I mean, I've
You're not
checked
the
in
only
on
one who's
you.
been making things.
Yeah.
But y'all were making things?
Oh, yeah,
That's
Tross,
literally
did you,
all I'm good for, Eli.
Did you see what Carrick made me?
I didn't. What
Oh,
do you mean?
I
Carrick
made some
made me.
friends.
I meant Milos. I still confuse you, even though Carrick doesn't live here anymore.
Doesn't even go here.
To
It's
be
pretty
fair.
bad.
Us biologicals all look the same.
When you both play the same class, you know.
What does that mean?
I don't
What is
know.
a
It's something
class?
it's something
Also-
I heard from one of my new friends that I made.
Also, I resent the implication, Drost.
Good.
Wee.
Anyway, what Milos made me, and I have since enchanted a little bit more, is this tuning fork, and I pull out something that does not look like a tuning fork, but is a tuning fork. Or maybe it does look like a tuning fork
anymore, or
well, yeah, it looks fairly similar in physical shape, although it now has what was it, a cobalt hint to it, sort of.
Like the
it
little
looks
goblin-y dude.
well.
Yeah, it is taking on a bit of a blue hint for sure.
Yeah, it kind of looks
pale
as
blue.
though it's frozen, although it's not.
Did you actually not get that joke?
No, I have no idea what that was a
Kobold.
reference.
Yeah, kobold. I got
Oh.
it. I chuckled.
You see, so the difference is that cobalt is spelled with a C and a T, and
Yeah.
kobold doesn't have either of those.
Yeah, and
Also, I spent a lot of time with kobold being pronounced kobold around me.
okay.
I'm from a broken home.
Fair.
Decent joke though. 6 out of 10. Anyway,
Baby is crying.
it looks a little bit different now, but I think, now I'm not going to do it, but I think that I could take us to the elemental plane of Eric forgetting what the name of that elemental plane is and opening Leroy's dream journal.
Risia, the plane of ice.
Risia, yes.
Can I ask a very important question?
Where
Yeah,
the
sure.
fuck would we go there?
Hey, I was just about to ask that, but a little bit nicer. Why would we go there?
Well, it could be useful. First of all, if we got banished to another plane, we could go to Risia, which wouldn't likely be an upgrade, but it could be useful. And if we find out somehow that, say, there's some spooky being trying to come from Risia to here, we could go there and kill it. Or scare it away or
So-
something.
If we get fucked over, we could freeze our balls off instead.
Well, we can get a better one later, or somewhat nicer. I mean, is there an elemental plane of martinis?
I rolled an Arcana check on that.
Yes, you may all roll an Arcana check on that if you want.
Oh, I love when my meme questions get Arcana checks.
100%. Give it to me.
Arcana
26.
6.
Storm Rune gives me advantage all the time on Arcana checks.
That was a good song.
Thanks. This class is still pretty broken, honestly.
Drost, you would know. There's no, specific
what's
plane
Drost's roll?
of. Drost roll was a secret for some reason, but I can see it.
Oh, he actually got a 26?
Yes.
Oh, private GM roll. LOL is from when I was slimy and
Lol. Oh, that would make sense.
Oh.
From when I was sliming. Phrase
Oh, Lord, he's sliming.
So there is no, particularly party plane or anything of that nature. The closest you're gonna get is Thelanis, the Fairy Court. However, it is ever changing and basically completely subject to the whims of whatever lord is over, a fairy lord is over whatever region you're in. It can even be as cold as the plane of ice if the current lord of that region is feeling particularly blue. So that one's a bit of a wild card. So it could be the plane of the martinis, etc. If you're lucky, but
no,
You guys
there
want
is
that
not plane of martinis.
Right. So anyway, we could go somewhere else. We should probably attune one of these to this plane, which is called the prime material plane. Yes.
Eberron.
Eberron, which is what this plane is called, and not just the name of this world, which I thought.
Wait, so can you not just attune a fork to this plane from here?
I don't think so. I think you kind of have to find somewhere that's really sort of essentially this plane.
So
My
none
God.
of the places that have been turned into other places.
Right, that probably wouldn't work.
So what is quintessentially the plane of Eberron?
I don't know. Can we find a robot assassin that's also racist?
Go find a cow field.
Wait, that's
dip it
almost
in
me.
some shit, because this whole plane is shit.
Fair enough.
Anyways, I made this.
Oh, what's that?
Drost is inconspicuously standing next to a, I think, 8-foot tall hammer. Almost the same height as him, 7 feet. It has a massive slab of stone, which is where you assume the stone of Zendrick went, reinforced with adamantine on one flat surface, and then also shaped into a spike on the other side, also reinforced. It has a long hilt wrapped in leather and inscribed with mithril in runes. And it's really fucking big.
That's really big.
Big hammer.
Yeah, it took longer than I thought it would.
Are you going to be able to swing that easily?
It should be. I just pick it up and just hold it straight out.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
You know how you can kind of...
right now.
You know how if you look at somebody holding a weapon that's like clearly fake, or something that's much lighter than it looks like, and you can just kind of tell by the way they're moving with it in their hands. There's a tiny hint of that in the way Dross is swinging around this massive hammer right now. It almost looks like that thing must be made out of like nothing. Is it hollow on the inside or something? Like, weird. Just a little hint of that. Not as bad as like foam weapons or anything.
What is that made of?
It is made of a few materials: adamantine, stone, it's leather, mithril. It's mostly it.
Wow.
Just turn it. I'll just turn it head down and set it on the ground. If you'd like to try.
Cool, I'll try it. I go and try to pick up the hammer.
Double check something real quick.
I have 10 strength. Oh, also thanks for the note about the Manifest Zone.
Yeah, what is your lift carry capacity?
Oh, Jesus. It's like 170, that's 150,
and
I'm using 62 of it.
This feels like you go to like touch it, you can't even tip it to the side. It feels like it's just a statue planted in the ground now, like a building or a permanent fixture.
Is someone playing a prank on me?
Yes.
Because I can barely move this. Of course, I suppose if I did this and I lifted up with the Ring of Telekinesis.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
You attempt to lift it with your Ring of Telekinesis, and you feel judged, and it doesn't move.
That's interesting. All right, let's see if there's any way I would have. Well, how is it not moving?
It is very, very heavy.
Okay, but
You know that stone that we had in here?
I think so.
It's a big pile of rubble.
Yeah.
It all went into this. And
You don't say.
I shrunk it down magically. It was about 15-ish to 20-ish feet in length, and then I shrunk it, and now it's this size.
So how much does that weigh?
Fuckload.
Wow. Can't wait to see you hit something with it.
Yeah. But yeah, when I'm attuned to it, I can just pick it up.
Yep, again, effortless. It looks like it weighs less than a normal hammer would. If that sounds...
It's not too bad.
Oh, you're attuned to it already. I don't know why I didn't assume that.
Yeah, it's chunky.
Chunky.
I'm happy though. I can't wait to test it out. I've been waiting for this for a while.
Been talking about it for long enough.
It looks super cool.
Did you hear that description, Ash?
No, but
It is 7 feet tall.
oh wow.
It's a huge, so just add a character. It's a huge slab of the Zendrick stone that the Traveler grabbed for me, for the head. It's a great maul. Half of it is capped in adamantine, and the other half is a spike that is also adamantine capped, and the whole hilt is stone as well, and it's leather wrapped with mithril runes stamped into it. Each my baby.
Very cool.
Oh, and it's got some, I forgot, it's got some, like, pictures chiseled into the sides of the slab head.
What language are the runes in? Can I read what they
Giantish.
say?
If you can read Giantish.
Give me a second. Nope, my languages are common. I forgot that I used to have a lot of languages because of an invitation.
I only know common and halfling, so. Hey,
What-
Dross, what do these say?
Oh, it's old magic. It's from before the time of people. You know, before the goblins ruled, this is from the Age of Giants. It's I don't know. It's very old.
What you just said sounds longer than what's actually written on here. Are you sure that's the right translation?
It is not. Each of
He said
these,
that's where the letters are from.
each of these symbols
Ow.
represents a story.
I see.
So when you invoke, it's not just it's not just a magic word. It's the meaning behind the story.
I see.
Yeah.
You can invoke those stories individually.
Yeah. It's a way to fit a lot in a little space, you know?
I see.
Alright. Did anyone find out anything about the shard?
No?
Did I find anything out based off of my
Well, so
perusing?
yeah, the result of your carousing was that you have essentially like 3 contact, we'll call them like tokens, 3 contact points. Those are like favors you can call in or people you can call on for certain things, and they're not like determined ahead of time. You could be like, oh yeah, by the way, I met a thief last week, we need somebody to pick this lock, right? You know, that kind of thing. Kind of like turn in those tokens for certain needs you have. So if you would like to, you could see if you could call on a favor and see if anyone can get you any information. But you did pick the lower class citizenry, which will affect what kind of things they're able to do. does bias them more towards things like crime, that kind of thing.
Take umbrage at that.
I should bring that chapter back up again, actually.
I'd like to call on a friend and see if they have any information or can get any information.
So you can call on criminals, laborers, mercenaries, the town guard, or other folk who normally frequent the cheapest taverns in town.
Easy. Town guard.
All right.
I like that the town guard frequent the cheapest taverns in town.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, we can't afford the nice places.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you would like to call on one of the town guard that you became friends with over this last week of just partying and performing in the local taverns and things.
Yeah, their name is Michael B. Anthony.
Michael B. Anthony. Right.
Michael B. Anthony, and he loves to party after his shifts. Like, sometimes he even goes into his shifts a little bit, hungover because of the parties that he's had. Not with any of my influence or anything like that, but yeah, Michael B. Anthony.
Michael B.
Does he have a sister named Susan?
Susan B. Anthony?
Yeah, it's a somewhat significant name.
No, his sister's name is Marguerite.
Marguerite. All right. Excellent.
Does she have an
Better
elemental
be writing all
plane?
these down, DM.
So you call over Michael B. Anthony to have a chat. Of course, you order drinks, which are on the house because you're performing for the house. And what would you like to ask?
So Michael, me and my friends here have been looking for a certain shard that might be hidden from the plain view, and it's pretty powerful. Do you by any chance know if have you heard anything around town about something like insert title of the dragon shard here?
Kyber Dragon Shard.
The Kyber Dragon Shard or anything like that?
Dragon Shards, I would normally check the market for if you're looking for something particular.
But this one's a little more special than that. It might be under, lock and key by either the government or some other mercenary organizations or something.
I see. Well, the two biggest forces, so to speak, in town are the church and the academy. Let's start there.
Well, thank you kindly.
Of course. Anytime.
My barkeep, can you get another drink for my friend here?
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you.
Anything for you. Michael B. Anthony. As I write that down.
He
Friend.
raises his glass to you and says, "To many more performances in the future. I always love to hear your music."
You're too kind. To friendship and toast.
Clink.
Clink.
All right.
Any guard in what?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I mean, I can if you really want me to.
No, it's all good.
Right. So the academy and the church. Was it?
Yep. So
Yeah,
he just said the academy and the church, but not
We
not
all
too
know they're the
tricky
same
to
organization.
not too
I
tricky to
mean-
figure out which church and which academy he's referring to there.
Oh yeah. I wonder what they are. All right. So I go to my comrades and I say, yeah, guys, might as well be in the academy, but it might be in the church. Who knows? But seeing as how the academy is walled up, I wouldn't be surprised if they had something like that. So we're gonna have to find some way to get passage.
Wait, we need to get back to passage.
No, like
Split the ways
passage
away.
to the academy. Didn't we try going in there and then one of the guards stopped us?
I don't remember.
I don't think we ever tried going in. I think we were only.
No, we tried going up there, and one of the guards, you guys were all terrified by him because he was a zombo. And I asked him to point towards nearest tavern, and he did a little point. And then we came here.
We weren't afraid of him.
We
No,
just
but
weren't trying to get in. We were trying to find a tavern.
were we?
In fact, I think I suggested talking
thought
to
we
this
were
guy.
trying to go
Awfully
in.
cold.
No, I mean,
I think Eli has created an entire narrative in his mind that is so far apart from reality.
Listen, dude, when you can see in 360, it kind of gets to your mental a little bit.
When you've been drinking for a week straight without stop.
Also, yeah, I've been drunk for like a week straight. I don't even know what a hangover is at this point.
you should be intimately familiar with the concept, in my opinion.
No, because, you know, the best cure for hangover is just drink more. If you're always drunk, you'll never get a hangover.
Eli, I worry about you sometimes.
I worry about all y'all. I don't know. I also worry about the shadows, but we're not going to talk about that.
Did we ever figure that out? You know what? Never mind. This is
No, I
not
just
bad.
got a second shadow that sometimes gives me a thumbs up every now and then. You know?
I have another shadow too. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
As you say that, it gives you a thumbs up.
Oh, I give it a thumbs up back.
I mean, Eli's
I wouldn't-
shadow does. Yeah.
Oh,
Does anyone else see that?
Only Eli. Unless somebody else has a like a true sight type deal.
not right now. I don't.
Not yet.
I mean, I can have true sight whenever I wanted, but
Right. No, Eli can see like all sorts of things because the eyes.
Yeah.
I see all, bitch!
into the ethereal plane.
Into the
Yeah.
unknown.
is that like Into the Woods?
Yeah, but like Disney for kids.
What?
Into the Unknown is a Frozen song.
Oh, everyone
is it?
references that movie all the time.
All right, so moving on. I think our best bet is to try to find a way to become
Guts.
to infiltrate ourselves into the academy without, you know, being evil about it. We could totally just like apply to the academy or something.
Is there a house, Kenneth, location here?
I do not know that.
I found one when I went and explored the north half of the city last
Or,
week.
wait, not Kenneth. That's not the one we're friends with. What's the one they're friends with?
Orion?
Miranda?
Oh,
We're friends with Orion, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Orion.
you're super good friends with Lorander.
Miranda,
I love
sort of-
it.
Oh,
Not
Loran, we stole their
friends.
airship. Oh
No,
shit.
no, they love
we
us.
also saved them.
We also,
You
yeah,
in
we
the
also
airship?
saved them.
And killed their king.
Okay, well, there's two sides to every story.
Killed their what?
The dragon. Did you
No, he
forget
wasn't
we
the
killed
king.
the dragon?
Was he
Oh.
the king?
Oh,
He was
Was
the
he-
head
was
of
he
House Lorenda.
You
Oh.
found, as far as I
He
can remember,
was?
Oh,
you found, as far as you can remember, no trace of the leader of Thurandar at the castle.
see, not the same.
see, look, I think all this crafting and being in all these fumes is causing Dross to have a narrative of his
Think-
own as well.
Ross has brainworms.
I will kick you.
You'd
That's
probably
not
heard
nice.
it.
The dragon definitely had some sort of position of power, but yeah.
Oh no, because I found that room, the library where the king was, or somebody was. I meant to do more with that, but sort of got dragged away.
He did look like he was wearing some real fancy clothes.
Yeah, well, and it also looked kind of like it was for astral projecting or something. I couldn't really tell what was going on, but
I will project my ass in your direction.
I just realized I've been performing at the Gold Dragon Inn for some time now.
Yeah.
That's correct. I have been keeping track of that since you mentioned it.
My God. Alright, so probably Eli is loving cruising around town, and then as soon as he gets back to having to
Sober again?
fucking perform, he's
okay.
like, ah.
Yeah, as
And
soon as
probably
sober, yeah.
being drunk a little bit makes him go, okay, fine, whatever. And then he becomes sober. He's like, what the fuck did I just do?
Hmm.
It's like when you
Wakes
wake
up
up
in a Gold
after a
Dragon
really
Inn.
after like a blackout state, and you realize, oh, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up. But instead he's like, oh no, why? I don't want to give them more business. Capitalist people.
Eli, you got married and divorced last night. That's fine.
Yo. And it happens every night.
Every night. Just. Ooh. Alright. So how do you think we can should we go see House Orion?
Well, one of the houses in the city could give us a word an in, you know, and or we could.
Didn't Milos go looking for House Orion last week?
We could just simply show up.
Yes, I did, and I didn't find any. Presumably it's because they have one just across the river. They didn't bother to build one over here.
I really envision that as like an oceanic-sized mass of water.
To be fair, until a couple of years ago, there was a bridge across it. With an Orion lightning rail across it.
Right, but like,
Can I just
it's a legendary
be
bridge.
reminded of what the Academy's for again?
Probably necromancy.
Have I mentioned what the Academy's for? I guess you can make a history check. I'm pretty sure Eli would just know, though. It's pretty low DC. Unless I've mentioned it before.
Rolled a 12.
Yeah, easy enough.
I forget if you mentioned it before, so I don't want to like assume that
it's
you
all
have.
good. It was a low DC history check though, either way. So Eli, you've been in the region before, and this is something that everybody talks about, so that's why it was pretty low DC. Reckenmark Academy is the #1 academy in the world for training military officers. Every country sends their like
You did mention that.
best their best young men and women out here, their most promising men and women out here, especially nobles, princes, princesses, and such.
I met one of those.
Looking to become great leaders. Yes, you did. And so they train here at the academy to improve their leadership skills as well as their, just martial prowess in general, and make some of the best soldiers in the world.
We could easily infiltrate that. We can just say we want to become great soldiers.
It would probably have to have some kind of credibility.
Something trial by combat?
I will literally kill a man.
Like for fun, or is that relevant to this?
Yeah. To get in. Just
right,
kill
yeah.
someone. If it helps.
To be fair, you would also do it for fun.
They would. Men are pathetic.
Well, that's sort of an extreme feminist position.
It's a shame I didn't make friends with nobles. I could have gotten us like a written recommendation.
Yeah, why did you decide to carouse with peasants? I mean, not to poor shame, but, nobles have more money.
Well, for one, I've learned that the lower to lower middle class people know how to have more fun.
Do they? Because I just sold 6 vials of blood gin to a kid who seemed like he was probably the son of a king.
Yeah, but the thing is, that kid, you can sell him fucking oregano and he's gonna think it's the best damn drugs in town.
I mean, he had blood gin before. He's from Breland.
Well, I mean, that's different. Talking about the locals,
Oh, you're saying you sold oregano?
You know what? Let's forget to talk about oregano. Why don't we just go up to the guy that's at the guard for the academy and ask them how we apply? I know it can't really respond with words, but maybe we can have him point us to someone who can speak with words.
Cool. It's just right across the street, right?
I'm sure it
Perhaps
might have some sort of open application system.
skip applying. Maybe we just want to talk to someone who's in charge or works there, and I don't know. It's whatever.
How is that good?
You like that
Hello,
plan better,
I'd like-
but I have no idea how we're gonna manage it.
You know what?
Hello,
I
I'd
don't.
like to
I
speak
don't
the
fucking
person
care.
in charge, so
I
I can,
literally
so we
don't
can
care.
take and acquire your Kyber Dragon Shard.
But no, we don't say that. We just say, like,
No, I mean, but like,
We
what am
have-
I supposed to say?
I
We're working
stopped
on a
giving a
research
fuck so
project.
long ago. Can we just move?
cool.
Frost, your impatience is gonna get us into trouble. You know that?
You say
Yeah.
we're working on a research project.
What we're
Yeah,
like?
but they're definitely gonna ask what kind of research project.
Okay,
The kind where we need to look at the Kyber Dragon Shard holding the
Yeah.
soul of a demon. Shut the fuck up.
obviously the research project. The question is, how many Kyber Dragon Shards can you appropriate from this university? I mean, academy.
Or what if we say we're researching the a new way to use the undead for military purposes, and we found that infusing the power of the Kyber Shard with the undead creates kind of a superhuman soldier.
Are you
feel like
trying to
maybe the
resummon
word
the
Kyber
demon, you
shouldn't
fucking
come up.
idiot?
What? No, I just want to see if they know about it.
I will mention, as a note about Kyber Dragon Shards in general, they're a very common resource. They're used quite frequently in creating magic items. If you're looking for very specific ones that were used to trap, the magic item that was created from them was just trapping a soul, essentially. So they're, like, Kyber Dragon Shards in general are most frequently used in the creation of items that interact with dragon marks. So things like House Cannith specific items that enhance their creative abilities and whatnot.
So
That's why I think we should instead try to infiltrate the academy by applying, or even just like getting like guest passes there, and then we can, search around and see if there's any hints, evidence, or even the shard itself there.
I'm here for it.
Whatever, I will follow your lead.
Thank you.
My hero arc when?
And then I will make fun of you when it fails.
Listen, I have a 24 and 24 chance of getting this right.
That's some good ass math.
Pretty specific.
That's a
I like it
1%
though.
chance.
24
Nope, that's
in
a
24?
1.
That's
That's 100%
Buddy.
chance. Listen, I know you're an accounting major, but still, you did used to do math.
Oh, they're an
Damn.
accountant, like an accountant.
I guess my int went up to 21 and just instead overflowed to negative.
Ruh-roh, we don't know what the slang
You
they're an
inted.
accountant means.
The underflow error, rest in peace.
You got 1 point of intelligence smarter and suddenly just wanted to kill everyone on the planet.
Down to negative 19, rest in peace.
Yep.
All right, let's go over to the academy.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, you head across the street. It doesn't take long. I mean, it's wider than a street. There's a big clearing out in front of the academy you've got to go across first, but, wide open space, easy to navigate. You can literally see the giant gate there.
All right, is it our usual undead
Yep,
The
guards?
Two-
usual guy that we've met once.
2 undead guards standing outside the gate. Correct. There is a small, guard house next to the gate as well, though, which I think I mentioned before, but
Mhm.
they gave you the information you wanted, so you left.
Yeah.
I'll go to the guardhouse because maybe there's a living guard that can speak, just in case.
All right. So the guardhouse has several large glass windows facing towards the gate, as well as towards the wall, towards in front of the gate, and towards the town. There's really only like one solid back wall away from everything. Like back wall to the east, basically, is solid. And inside there's a little bit of a fireplace going. There's smoke coming out the top, and there is a guard sitting there inside. He appears to be reading something.
Well, hi there.
Don't forget to tell them your name.
Doesn't respond.
I knock on the window glass.
He looks up.
I wave and say, "Oh, hi there."
He waves back as well and holds up one finger, and then we see him reach underneath the window somewhere, and it just kind of creaks open a bit, and then you immediately begin to hear the crackle of the fire on the other side.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, hello. Can I help you?
Hi. I was wondering how one would be able to apply to be a part of the academy.
Well, the normal saying goes, if you have to ask, then you're probably not fit already. But
he's just being polite.
We're here to
apply.
Yes.
Do you not have an open enrollment system?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a
I don't.
persuasion check, Eli, at advantage.
I can do that.
At advantage. Oh.
Wait, why do I have advantage?
From
I got
Leroy.
26!
All right. 26. Excellent. That's above
Wait,
your.
what?
It's above your minimum. You actually rolled something above your minimum.
I thought you
Rolled
said
a
the
12.
man rolled a 26.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, wait,
Oh,
hold
no.
on, who
Hold
is
on.
this man?
he's just guard man.
He rolls a 30 on insight.
Whoa. He kind of looks you up and down and says, "You with them behind you, or are they waiting in line?"
Oh, I'm with them. They're my partners.
Kind of glances over everyone, like kind of examines your equipment a little bit.
Not romantically.
Notably, Milos is no longer holding a weapon, or appears to have one equipped. Just has the assembly apparatus on.
Just armored gauntlets. You wear an armor though.
Yeah.
I will stare him straight in the eyes.
When he gets the dross, he does kind of flinch just a tiny bit, and then he regains his composure. It's not like a huge amount, but it's enough that it's noticeable.
Understandable.
Well, I will say, where are you from? I should start there.
Well, I think we're all from a whole bunch of places. We're kind of traveling adventurers. We're trying to up our skill a little bit and become great heroes of the world. I'm from going on to the map. Give me 1 second. He doesn't actually pause because he knows where he's from. I'm from the Talenta Plains, but I've been traveling all around here. I've actually been to Karnath before. This guy over here points to Milos. Is from a place that got wiped. I don't know the name off the top of my head. Help.
Yeah.
I don't think I've said, maybe I've said where I'm from.
I don't think Milos has. Not that I recall,
Alright.
actually.
I'm just
This
gonna lie
tune you
through my
call
teeth
dead.
then. This guy, Milos over here, I think he's from Thrain. I met him in Thrain at least. And then Leroy here, he's a mystery because, Leroy.
Allow me to introduce myself. People call me Leroy. I am the 7th repair bot of the 3rd Legion.
Yeah, what he said.
That's what oh!
And Dross, I think, is from, the mountains. And he got a really cool hammer that's, almost as big as him.
Yes, I originally come from the mountains. It's funny that you ask, though. I just recently came from your mother's house.
It's alright.
Alright, that's a bit funny.
Just keep staring.
Yeah, are you trying to be playful here, Drost, or intimidating?
Just
by showing
straight,
disrespect.
just straight faced.
Roll me an intimidation check just for the hell of
Oh
it.
my god. I don't know.
Just showing complete disrespect.
Yo,
to
can
this
you
guard.
be less can you do not charismatic things, please? I'm the charismatic people in this group.
Let's see. Intimidation. Yeah. Oh, it's still private. Hold on. Let me turn that to public roll.
I can see it though. It's an 8.
Oh wow.
Unless you let me roll it with strength.
This is funnier.
fine.
You gave him a
Like
your mom
charisma?
joke. That's charisma for sure.
All right.
Well.
Quote book.
If they do let you into the academy, they'll snap you right out of that for sure. You know what? Let me just make some calls here. I'll see what I can do. See if there's any possibility. It's not really my place to say. I will say the chances are low, but who knows these days? Everything's gone crazy. He reaches to the same spot under the window and it shifts down again, and then he kind of turns away and like he's holding a hand up to his ear, and you can see his head's moving a bit. He's chatting away with someone.
I give him a thumbs up of encouragement.
All right.
I vertically inspire him with my my thumbs up.
The creature cannot hear you. So I don't think it works.
I'm gonna turn and inspect the area we're in. Just kind of
Okay.
do a slow rotation and take everything in.
So there's a sort of massive clearing out front of the academy. It's the same material, the same like cobblestone material that most of the other roads in Reckonmark are made of, especially the newer ones. Behind this sort of guardhouse and the guards is a massive fucking wall with a giant gate in front of it as well. Or a giant gate is part of it as well. You're standing right next to this very large gate. The gate appears to be, I say gate, it's really more of like a giant set of like iron double doors more than like bars on a gate. But it's in a wall, so it's a gate. It appears extremely well fortified. It appears like it has been broken by magical artillery and repaired many times, as does much of the area around. And it appears that over time they have continued to fit it with stronger and stronger fortifications against such. The guardhouse I've already described, and then yes, like across the way, past the clearing, the streets and buildings continue as they do in the rest of town. You can see over the top of the wall the very large sort of spires and towers of the academy, sort of scattered in a nonsensical pattern, almost like it's been added to many times over the years as the requirements and the needs of it have grown farther and farther. Yeah, that's the area.
Would I have a rank, like a military rank, that I could potentially pull on people? It would be good to know.
Well, I feel like that is something good to know.
You have tried to mention your military rank in the past, and people have not recognized it. So, your rank wasn't particularly
Public.
Yeah, you were in the Black Ops. You were the
I just don't
off
know.
the books undercover. So if somebody
Right,
high ranking
don't
enough
know.
would recognize it potentially, but so far you've not encountered
Okay.
anyone who has responded to your mention of it.
But I wouldn't have like aside from being a part of the 3rd Legion, I wouldn't be like a Master Sergeant or something.
Yeah, probably just your designation would be like your designation. Like Leroy already is your designation, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because you are the 7th repair bot of the 3rd Legion.
Gotcha. Didn't know if there was anything beyond that.
Nope.
Guess we wouldn't really need one.
Not when those were created. Nope.
No.
And then you just kind of turned it into a name once the Warforged were freed.
Mm-hmm. Easiest option.
It works.
I wonder if there's a bunch of other robots who thought the same exact thing and they think that they're so creative, so there's just a bunch of Leroys running around.
I mean, there's only one of us named L3R07.
Oh, I didn't know if there was like multiple L3R07s.
There's multiple 7th robots of the 3rd Legion.
Yeah,
There's
that's like-
Shut up.
I mean, there's probably a Lerob. and he's coming to meet you.
There's one lucky or unlucky, depending on how you look at it, Warforged out there whose designation was 80085. And so on.
God, I'm friends with a bunch of children.
Maybe.
Anyways,
Correct.
here's Wonderball.
Anyways,
Is that what you've been playing?
every night in every
You
tavern
didn't
across
know my
town
songs?
on repeat.
Every time he says, anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Eli just breaks into song in the background while everyone else continues the conversation.
I feel like Eli would, like, somehow during tense conversations would just break out his, like, lute or something and be like, anyways, here's Wonderball, and he just play it lightly as people are, like, fucking on the verge of fighting in front of him.
Imagine there's like a really, really tense political negotiation. He just starts playing like Seven Nation Army.
I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. I'd be down.
All right, so after you have a little conversation amongst yourselves, passing the time and looking throughout the area, the guard finally turns back and opens the window a crack again and says, well, the three of you are in a bit of luck, it seems. The luck has followed you here. Travelers,
Oh,
you
how
said, yes?
splendid. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Academy is looking to accept some new students. They're going to perform an early graduation ceremony in the coming days, and then they will require new students to fill those, seats, I suppose. They're trying to get out as many graduates as possible in the coming days since everything's been going crazy recently. Well, with the mornings happening on repeat and all.
Oh yeah, you've heard about the mornings too, huh?
He just kind of looks at you like, duh. Whole country's just disappeared. Like,
You heard about Pluto?
Sorry, I personally just didn't know how quickly the word got around.
That's
You know.
Yes, I did hear. It's terrible news.
That's actually why we're here as well.
Training up to make yourselves more survivable in the coming apocalypse.
No,
Old
we're
preventive.
actually here to prevent the apocalypse. Actually,
Big ambition.
I look to Leroy as like, should I tell him?
I thought we were here because my house
telepathically.
blew up.
What are you asking me about?
Should I tell him that we saved Thrain?
Wait, what blew up, Drost?
Oh, sure.
Didn't your house blow up in the
Oh,
second
yeah.
morning?
Didn't you hear? We actually kind of saved Thrain from it happening to them too.
That was just a couple days ago. We showed up at the right time.
Yeah.
Sort of fate pushes us around, I suppose.
Roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
Sure thing.
You know, we stopped 9/11.
You,
For the hell of it, could I flash that to a 34?
Sure. Why not? You just, as Eli is speaking, you just like quickly do some magic behind his back to make like an almost a very, very faint, subtle but like glowing halo around the back of Eli's head, just to make him even more impressive looking in this moment. 34.
And I totally see him do that because of my robes.
You know what? I can tell that you believe that, at least, which is incredible ambition, and we need a lot, as much ambition as we can get around here, honestly. So, I will just finish what I was saying, though. So, after the graduation ceremony in a couple days, they're gonna start out the trials, the Academy's trials, like they always do. And if you show up to that, and you're willing to pay a bit of coin, and you're lucky, or talented, I suppose, if you are as talented as you say you are, you'll make your way in.
How much is a bit?
I'm sure we can afford it, Miles.
Well, of course, but for our accounting.
Oh, you are an accountant.
I am.
Are you an accountant or are you a wink wink accountant?
What does that mean?
Well, they do require a down payment of your first year of tuition upon entering the trials, which they return to you if you do not make it in, just to prove that you are able to at least pay for that year before they go through the trouble of seeing if you're worthy. Which, I'll get back to you real quick. He turns around, puts a finger to his ear again.
And we shouldn't have spent that 50k gold.
Oh, it's fine.
We got some pretty fucking cool shit out of that, though. Also, while he's talking to just nobody, or the person on the other end of his little line, I look to Leroy and I just shrug and go, he didn't believe me.
Weird.
No one would believe you. That's ridiculous. You should take out the dragon shard and hand it to him.
I mentally did that with Leroy.
Oh. Shit.
Leroy talked mentally to me.
I
So.
didn't hear the mental part.
I'm just responding.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, if it's up to him if he believes us or not.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it's just sad.
I mean, it's technically the truth, but we just...
I should write a song about us saving Thrain, shouldn't I?
Oh, yeah, then people might hear about us first.
Yeah. I'll work on writing that up tonight.
Alright, he
What's our
turns
group
back
called?
around. I had to double check what the current rate was, and they have lowered it as they're trying to get more students through. It is currently 90 gold per person per year of study.
What the
that's it?
Oh,
That's so
yeah.
cheap.
Yes, like I said, much reduced rates at the moment to get more students through. As they
How
care
much is it normally?
Normally, I'd have to check back, but it doesn't really matter if it's...
Yeah, no, it's
No,
fine.
There's too much. Yeah, there's too much trouble.
Yeah,
We don't want to cause you too much trouble, sir.
I'm just a guard. From what
Yeah,
I
no, I
understand,
understand.
though, yes, somewhere more on the order of 1,000 or so.
Yeah, I assumed you'd be... Okay, well, sure.
It's all above my pay grade. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No,
I mean...
it's fine, sir.
I get we
Literally
showed up
above
right
my pay
time.
grade for information, and I would save up my whole life and never be able to afford a month of study here. So I didn't even
Oh.
bother looking at numbers that high.
Would you like to?
Yeah, would you like to study here?
Because...
I mean, of course. Why do you think I work here?
I take
You've been
90
so
gold
helpful.
out of my coin purse and
No,
I hand it
that's so
to
hard
him.
to carry. Here, and I take 9 platinum out.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's easier. Sorry about that. I only hear the gold stuff.
Just go ahead, shoot your shot.
Yeah,
I
go in the trials with us.
with you.
Not with us, but like who?
I mean, at the
No.
same time as us.
I
No,
mean, at
no,
the same
no.
time as us, but like, you can.
No, pick a different slot. Trust me.
Oh,
No,
yeah, if we're against one another.
Yeah, if we're against one another, don't join us.
There
But
are
like,
some group exercises against each other. Yes. So maybe I should wait till the next time they're looking for recruits.
well, how
that-
big of the groups do they do?
I'm just a guard here, sir.
I mean, you could come with us.
Well, why don't you just join our group then? We can carry you through.
Well, and there's probably something you can offer to us. Like,
Yeah, what's your name, by the way,
value.
before I give you all this money?
I don't know, guys.
That's
Don't make me
charity.
name him Damien. I'll do it.
Name him Damien.
Do it.
Yes.
Name him Tim. Name him Jim.
Damien from Wreck and March.
My name's Barum.
Baron.
Baron.
Oh my god, I worked with a Baron before.
Well,
That's a good name.
Barum Morning Dust.
Baron Morning Dust. Well, welcome to the academy, Baron Morning Dust. Why
Well,
don't you try out with
potentially.
us?
Hopefully.
Potentially, yeah.
I suppose. I mean, this is quite a This is all very sudden. You understand? I was just
Oh.
just showing up here to my job this morning, and suddenly.
All of a sudden, my gold
I
disappeared
mean, I
from my
accept, of course.
inventory.
I'm just.
Help.
What?
Well, there's really this ridiculous disparity between people who go out and try to save the world. It's unfair, really, the way we're compensated. The only thing we can do is give back.
Well, I appreciate that, and I mean, of course, if you have me, I'll join you for whatever.
Of course, we'd love to have you.
Your gold disappeared?
I think I might have hit something
Spent
on my
it?
keyboard by accident. And
Oh.
I had
Just hit the
500
delete
something
key?
gold.
I still
And then
see
it
it.
just went
Maybe just
blank.
refresh.
Yeah. Are you still in the text box?
Yeah, I still see it. You're fine.
Hold on. No.
Also, you're carrying a lot, Eli.
Some of it is like stuff that is on the Mastiff. Like,
Ah.
yeah.
Oh wow!
I
So
didn't
she
know
becomes
how to...
immortal, and suddenly she's just the Mastiff.
Well, it's because I was staring at the word Mastiff. Some of it's on Judo. Like, her saddle is 30 pounds. Like, that's not something I'm carrying. It's on her back.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
it is though.
I can, like, fix this if you want and, like, allocate some stuff onto
Makes sense.
Juno's back if you want.
Yeah, because you're currently more than double, or about double your carrying capacity.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Let me play with this a bit.
If you need me to carry some shit for you, I can.
Yeah, I've also got a bag of holding that I'm using for
I'm carrying
more
a
than my.
chest. Can you carry that?
What?
Literally just a chest.
I can stuff it in my bag and. Why do you have a chest?
I have a chest that can hold 300 pounds worth of gear.
Who's taking the
Just
chest?
shove it on the back of Juno?
That poor dog.
I feel like the chest would go best in bag of holding.
All
Yeah,
right,
probably.
we're putting the chest in the bag of holding.
Well,
I'm gonna
maybe
give
in
that
our
to
pocket
you.
dimension, I'd
I
say.
don't know.
Fill
know
the
how to
chest with
give
shit,
items.
and then stick the chest in the bag of holding.
Good idea.
Yeah, life hack.
Maybe we should make a bag of holding item and move things there, but for now.
Maybe.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
All right,
I can do that real quick.
saddle
Make a
is
Milos' bag of holding. It's a player character. How much weight can the bag of holding hold? Or is it space?
It's 500.
Okay. Milos' bag of holding. Which... Hold on, does this actually list... Okay, it does. Good. Bag of holding, which I will turn into... Oh, no, it can't be a player character. It has to be a... Delete. Please hold. Technical difficulties.
The person responsible for the subtitles has been sacked.
So
Yep.
the weight stuff was literally just Juno's things. I had said a while ago that she had her saddle equipped, and then I had like basically a saddle bag with her feed in it, and the feed weighed a lot, and then her saddle weighed a lot.
Okay.
And
I mean, I can
now
move
that I've
things to Juno's inventory, essentially.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. I just put parentheses Juno on the things that Juno has.
Okay.
But
So I'll move
I
that
under-
over.
kind of like in her picture, you know how it has like a little bag attached to it and a little like bedroll? I was thinking of like that bedroll being like her sack, and like she had like little sacks attached to it or something.
Juno's got some real sack.
No, she's just carrying her things, and she has bracers of defense on because she's cool like that.
Because our dog is worth more than like a middle class household.
She's worth more than life itself. You don't even understand.
You sound like
Alright.
my aunt.
Why don't you just craft a new one if she gets hurt?
Did you just tell me a crafted dog?
I mean, I crafted a cat.
I thought we were against the necromancy.
Not
Hey,
necromancy,
They
silly
actually
tinkering.
make pretty good points with the necromancy thing.
Do they though?
Okay,
I will
but
not
Juno's
accept it. I
functionally
hate it.
immortal.
Alright, looks good so far. Alright, cool. Good to have that taken care of. So Juno's got that stuff, you've got that stuff. Milos, you now have a bag of holding sheet that you can take a look at. Which everyone can at least see into. I think only Milos can take from it though. So I'm gonna put this chest in there. Delete that. Yeah, feel free to offload whatever.
Yeah, so if I drag stuff in, do I delete it from my inventory afterwards, or?
Yep. Just drag it over
Okay.
then delete it. Whatever reason, the drag operation only copies it, doesn't move. So, all right, cool. Got that handled. That way we actually have two things, and then the bag of holding sheet lists the total weight at the top. So just make sure that doesn't go over 500, and you're good.
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right.
sorry, I did not realize that my weight was a little bit
I didn't either.
a little bit rickety.
Just something to check on every once in a while. I didn't think of it till now. But all right, sick. And if anyone else is close to their encumbrance, whatever, just feel free to. I'm sure my list has room.
I was before I spent that 1,500 platinum.
Yeah, that'll take up some space. Okay, so
Jeez.
you have a friend who you have now paid an enormous amount of money to, in order to, which to you is pocket change apparently, in order to join you in applying to the academy in the coming days.
Are we rich snobs?
No, we are rich idiots.
Yeah.
That is a good distinction to make. Yeah.
We're applying this boy to go to the academy, and he's gonna just fucking die during the trials. We're gonna witness him
Yeah.
fucking die.
Wait, is the
No.
Academy the Squid Game?
I'm gonna be the one to kill him.
Why? No, he's gonna be on our team.
He'll get in the way.
Come
Dross.
full apply to your dream school with us.
He-
Turns him into paste.
We're literally going to give this
I'm
man a dream.
kidding.
We're gonna hit level 20, and he's gonna join us into battle. Like, he's gonna be some like NPC that shows up like 69 more episodes in, and he's gonna go,
Nice.
"Hey guys, let me handle the dragon," and he's gonna fucking go crazy, man. It's gonna be great. We're investing in some NPC shit, okay?
Obviously, one of us here is the bard and likes making stories up.
Oh,
Holy shit.
True.
Okay.
I believe in him.
Believe in Barum Morning Dust.
I believe in him so much. I'm putting him in my biography as an
ally.
ally.
As a close friend.
How
One
do
you
you
can
buy?
trust.
Yeah. Which friends have we bought recently?
Friend.
Add it-
Bayram.
No, you
Bayram.
don't-
What was his last name? Glimmer
Morning
Dust.
dust.
Morning dust.
Morning like you're in morning, not like the time of day.
I
Morning
prefer
wood.
the first one. I mean the second one.
Hey guys, I think we might have found the big bad evil guy. Maybe he's.
I mean,
you
he's
don't
from
know.
Wreck and March.
You spent 9 platinum, so you don't add them to your biography, you add them to your inventory.
Holy shit.
oh.
It's just got a dream.
You have hired a skilled worker.
Yeah, exactly.
How skilled
Anyway.
yet? You don't know. He was just being a guard. But you hired him for 90 gold to chase his dreams.
Yeah, we're angel investors.
I think it's funny because we already got what we wanted, but we were still like, "Yo, you want to chase your dreams?
I
Come
think
join
this is
us."
a terrible idea.
And he
But
was just
if-
sitting there like, oh yeah, maybe someday I'll go in there. But then you're like, here, have all the money you need. It's fine. Take it. Join us even. Become our friends. Like,
Now Jordan's like fucking working hard in the background. Fuck, I need to make this character actually interesting now.
do I?
Do you? Can you just kill him
She
off?
already has a cool backstory.
Yeah, his backstory is already way cooler than most NPCs you'll meet.
Guys, where his cool backstory?
Exactly. The cool
my
backstory
God.
was the friends he met along the
He
way.
He was just a lowly guard, and then some random halfling with a cloak covered in ice came over.
Oh my
and
God,
said,
you're right.
"Hey, we saved the world from the morning. Want to join our group and go into the academy?" And he's like, "Sure."
Quote Discworld, you can't be mad if you've got lots of money. If you're mad with lots of money, you're just eccentric.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you've learned some pieces of information here. Breckenmark's trying to train new soldiers fast. They're graduating people soon and accepting new recruits also soon. The guard doesn't seem to know the exact dates because he didn't care to know them beforehand, but soon.
Well, now he's
Yeah.
gonna care about the exact date.
He's like, wait.
Would you like an insane financial incentive to know the
Yeah.
answer?
So he's now sitting at this gatehouse. Let me just. He turns around again. Okay, so yeah, in 2 days' time, at noon, they're holding the graduation ceremony. She'll last until dusk. The very next day, trials. Anyone who wishes to join, bring money, show up here at the gatehouse will be let in. And I
Alright.
just requested time off.
All right. If he doesn't give it to you, you should probably quit.
You're that confident, huh?
I mean, they wouldn't hire someone just worthless to work here, right?
He just kind of looks to the left a little bit, and then back to you, and then... Yeah, I suppose.
Did he just look at one of his colleagues or the zombie?
He looked at the zombies, yeah.
Okay. Someone, not formally someone.
I think, if I'm being honest, I think this position, they just put anyone who can talk here. Those guys handle all of the actual, physical altercations that may or may not happen at the gate.
I see. Well,
But I'll
That
give
gives
him
you
a
time
shot.
to study up on your practice.
Yeah.
Study
man,
up
this guy's
on
gonna
my
have all
practice.
sevens.
Uh-huh. First, I've got work to do, and then I'm gonna need a drink tonight.
All right. Well,
Fair enough.
we're lodging over at the Gold Dragon Inn over there. If you want to come by, maybe we can talk to you and figure out your skill set and maybe help you out a bit.
Okay,
And we can have a drink.
I'll go there for a drink tonight then. Sounds good.
All right. Have a great day.
You as well.
Thank goodness. As we walk away, thank goodness I don't have to keep saying and with your spirit every time I leave somebody anymore.
Eli, did you just direct traffic to the Golden Dragon Inn?
Eli
dry
throws up in the
heaves.
street. Okay, dry heaves, fair enough. The
Listen.
week of drinking catches up with Eli all at once in the middle of the street.
That's about right.
Listen, we're not staying anywhere else because no one else has looked this past week. So,
Well, I was busy crafting things.
yeah,
I
y'all were
want to
Like
busy.
Leroy's fork.
You figured the person who would care would have looked right away, right?
Listen, I was hanging out and making friends because I was trying to get us closer to our objective. What
And
did you
I
make?
was too,
A
so that we
hammer.
could fund this kid's dreams.
But we
that
didn't
one's pretty good.
just make a hammer. Look at this cool box I made, and I hold out an ornate stone and metal lockbox. It's just like a tiny thing. Not really useful, just a box.
Oh, that's very ornate.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, it's no hammer, but you know.
So far, I'd say that's cooler than everything that Eli has contributed so far.
Oh,
Are you fucking?
I'm
Are
joking.
you serious?
I'm
Eli,
kidding, Eli.
literally the one to take the shard from Thalios.
Yeah, Eli's literally on the verge of tears. Are you serious, Strop?
I'm kidding, Eli.
Ah! And he runs up and hugs your kneecap.
Just the kneecap, nothing else.
I appreciate you, buddy. You have a rough day.
Maybe a little.
Do you want to go back to your favorite inn?
No.
That's just Dross laughing too.
I like to think it's just anybody that's like seeing us walk back is just a halfling with a robe of eyes just clinging to the kneecap of this giant Goliath,
I'll just
you doing-
scare Eli.
looking down at him
Yeah.
like, "Do you want to go back to your favorite inn?"
I'll just
No.
I'll
you
just
doing-
scoop him up and carry him.
Oh, but what if Eli did the toddler thing where you let koala grab onto someone's leg while they walk? Like,
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Juno's
Beautiful.
just following happily.
Calling like a good girl, just like
perfect. The immortal
giving
good girl.
Eli a kiss every now and then. And she's immortal.
What's going on? I'm in a glass box of emotion.
It's a no bones day. Juno woke up with no bones.
What a good
Oh
campaign.
no.
Anyway,
I love this campaign.
It's so
I'm glad
pretty
you
great.
enjoy it.
Can we find out what day, please?
2 days from now, we're gonna do the
2
trials.
days? Okay, 2 days.
2 days graduation, very next day trial. So
Okay,
technically
3 days from now. But let's go
Do-
see the graduation. We'll see who comes out of the academy. You know, see what they're making.
I have a hammer I don't need anymore. Do we want to sell it for cash?
You say you have a
you can use
hemorrhoid.
cash.
A hemorrhoid?
That's rather difficult to sell.
Why are you
Yeah.
selling hemorrhoids?
I'm considering stabbing Leroy.
It's gonna be
As
hard.
long as
You're not
It's okay, I can
stabbing
cast
me.
amending.
I
What are you
think
going
if
to
you
do, use
stab
your
me
hammer?
with that,
Oh,
that
yeah,
there,
you're gonna stab him with your hammer?
that there spike. If you stab me with that
It's
spike
the
there,
back
I think
end is
it'll
a spike.
I think the spike's
Oh.
the size of me.
It's like a foot wide at the base. It's fucking huge.
Leroy is hard to
We're still
stab.
talking about your hammer. True, I am pretty hard to stab.
Oh,
That's true.
Trust.
Yeah.
You never gave me a chance to try and lift it in the inn. Can I try it out?
Yeah, you want to try to pick it up?
I'll flip it over and put it head down again.
There you
Okay.
go.
I will attempt to pick up the hammer.
What's your lift strength?
Oh, it's 120 and my strength is 8.
Yeah, it is just a solid object. You cannot you push against it and you just kind of slide your feet back along the ground like.
What effect does this hammer have on the ground when Drost puts it down?
None.
Can I cast Shrink on the hammer?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try.
Remember what happened when I tried to cast telekinesis on the hammer?
You cast Shrink on the hammer. Nothing happens.
That's rude.
You want to say something else cool?
Sure.
I'll walk like 20 feet away and just put my hand out.
Please tell me nothing happens. Oh,
Snap straight to his hand.
You know what a good name for this would be? Mjolnir.
It is Von Slaughter.
It is what?
Von Slaughter.
I think it means Titan Slayer in Dwarvish or something. Maybe Giant.
This giantish is the language of my people.
That makes sense. They both like rocks a lot, so it's hard to distinguish.
True. Real and true.
So, are we going off to sell that hammer, or are we going back to... What's the plan here?
It is worth like 5 grand.
Wait, what?
I have a hammer that's worth... No, I have another one that's worth like 5k.
Platinum or gold?
Gold.
Oh.
Let's
You
do
need that
it.
money?
I,
Like right
Probably.
now?
I don't need the fucking hammer.
I mean, I guess if we
I
just
mean,
have
Probably
money.
worth having.
If we have more money, I can craft more things.
If we
Yeah,
have
we
more
can-
money, we can sponsor
we
more
can-
people to join the
Yeah,
academy.
We can give more people their dreams, you
If
know?
we water down the contestant pool with random people off the street, we'll be more likely to sign into Harrison.
Hey, random kid that has a broken leg, you want to join the trail?
Eli, you could just call in your other couple favors to participate in the tournament or trial.
I think my other two might be a little too good for that. I don't know what the trials entails, but if it involves sneaking, at least one of them's getting through.
Normally, when people want to buy their admission, they just build a library or something.
I think this is much more economical. You know how hard it is to find some good books?
Alright, let's go try to sell that hammer.
Alright, so we're trying to sell the Sun Forger. A
I have
rare
to go for a minute, guys.
hammer with a dull fiery glow that explodes when you throw it.
What the fuck?
I've
You not even
literally
used that?
fireballed with this a bunch. And then if you use an action afterwards, if you burn an action, haha, wink, it comes back to you.
It was Drost's main weapon for like the last IRL year.
Until I got the cool sword, and then immediately switched to my personal super project hammer.
Yep.
Oh, I've
Speaking
also
of-
got some stuff in my bag of holding that I can get rid of while we're in town.
Speaking
Well,
of
I
which,
mean, we're in town, but
the sword I have on me is worth more than everything we bought from House Cannith,
yeah.
but I also just want to keep it as a backup.
You say that like something's gonna happen to your hammer.
Oh no, it's not. I would have to die. Which if I did, then none of you could move it, lol.
Cast banishment on the hammer.
I mean, well,
All right. So you, where are you searching to sell this weapon? Just the market? You gonna look for the House Cannith location here? That's
Yeah, there is a
relatively
Cannith
small.
workshop, Drost. It's in the northwest.
Well, has it called a
Kinda.
workshop?
Well,
House Cannith branch, for sure.
Technically, every House Canish branch is a type of workshop.
Not this one. I described it last week.
Oh.
It's sort of like an administrative building, and they keep a warehouse of supplies for their agents passing through, things like that. There's not a full-size workshop in this town. Just like a small, kind of like how in Passage there was a tiny little like Lorandar branch that didn't have much going for it until they tried to expand and you ruined that. That's the situation with Cannith in the city. They only have a tiny building. I'm sure
Oh,
people
cool.
tinker in the back rooms and stuff, but you know, it's not like an official workshop.
Gamer's back.
Welcome back, gamer.
I'm back.
What did Gamer miss?
Some discussion of weapons and how to sell them.
Probably to an arms dealer.
Yeah, and I asked, where do you want to sell it? Where are you looking?
Did I meet any arms dealers in my attempts to meet drug dealers?
Roll me a D100.
Lash. Whoops. Oh, whoops.
The natural one is yes, but not that kind of arms.
Oh no!
Ah.
Almost nice.
So close. Can I have a +1 mod?
I'll give you a free +1 on that, yeah. D100 +1.
Nice.
No, you didn't find any arms dealers, unfortunately. I mean, there's plenty of people in the market just selling, low grade weapons in general, just your
Yeah, like
standard
knives.
mundane knives and swords and axes. That kind of like, some of them have like +1 enchantments and that kind of thing, but it's nothing incredibly fancy, just out and about in the market. And well, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Esoteric?
No, the sort of criminal marketplace that you tried to work your way into, you didn't find anybody there either that was selling anything of particular value.
Is this
black market?
Is this line
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm
trade
trying
too
to think.
legitimate for Leroy's pursuits?
Probably.
That's why I had him roll a D100. He just didn't find him.
I mean, I was talking bludgeon.
Yeah, it was recreational drugs, not really expensive weaponry that could explode anything.
Oh, sorry, I didn't talk to anyone who actually has a license to sell things.
Yeah, not a weapon that is more expensive than like some mansions.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to crates of cash behind a plane.
Can we find anyone to sell this nuke to? Like,
All right, believe it or not, I have a book recommendation based on that.
Oh my god.
oh
my
no.
God.
It's called The Girl Who Saved the King of Sweden, and it's amazing.
Sounds funny.
Fiction or nonfiction?
Anyways,
Fiction.
so where are you looking?
I'll tell you later.
Those are the options.
I'll probably just go to House Kenneth.
Alright, cool.
If I am going in with him, I will use my spell scoring item of Disguise Self.
I also want nope, Eli. Eli, I want
Also
you.
left out.
I'm here.
Still
Okay.
attached to Rust's leg, probably.
I'm like on his shoulder at this point,
Oh, okay, cool.
with Juno just in tow.
Just looking around like, holy shit, you can see all this normally?
I can like see into the second story windows from up here. What the fuck?
Yeah, you
Holy
see some
shit.
crazy shit.
So you had to, and what were you describing yourself as, Milos? I should ask.
Oh. What am I going to disguise myself as? I'll disguise myself as Carrick. Screw it.
Okay.
I
Just
hate
to
it.
make it even more confusing. Excellent. So, crossed out
Carrick?
Carrick Milos walks into House Kenneth alongside Eli, Trost, and Leroy, I assume, all four of you.
Cool, yeah.
All right.
Just make myself look
It'll be
like
really
Leroy.
easy for us to convince ourselves that this is actually Carrick and not Milos.
True. Anybody who's like reading our thoughts, trying to see if we're legit, we're like, wait, was that Carrick or Milos?
Were we traveling with Carrick all along? Holy shit!
Wow. All right.
Why didn't we keep the fucking
Airship. It was all
airship
ruse.
then?
Carrick and Milos have swapped places since the start of the campaign. It's all been a prank.
They were both shapeshifters, very subtly.
Perfect. The joint origin. Anyways, you enter the House Kenneth little like warehouse and administration building,
Well, hi there.
and it's very clearly not designed to like have random guests walk in, but there is a very small reception area up front, with guards next to it because that's more likely. And yes, there is a human behind the desk, currently like reading a book, almost half asleep. Yeah, hello, yes, are you, identification, please, so we can let you pass.
We're actually here to see if we can sell a weapon of the gods, I say, playing it up a little bit.
Oh, you're here to, sorry, you might have the wrong place. The market's down, you go down that street and then take a left.
No. No, he's kidding.
So you're not here to sell anything.
No, of course not.
Okay. So identification, please, then, if you're here to check in.
Of course. Do we have some form of identification we can
I
show?
blink like, what the fuck do you mean, identification?
I have a signet ring, but there's no way in hell I'm tossing that down on the table.
I think that was a Larendar signet ring, question mark?
No, I have a Canon signet ring.
Oh,
It's-
okay. Gotcha.
I have both.
Could I like show the Kenneth emblem that's on my chest?
I
don't
think
know
we've
what kind
gone
of
over this
identification
at
they're
a
asking for,
previous
yeah.
Kenneth place, and yeah, that shows that you're made by House Kenneth, but
Yeah, that's all I've got.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone who wants to can roll just a history check. Milos would just automatically know, but I'll see the
cool.
check because you were part of the house.
History.
Oh, it
What
also-
letter is H? Oh, there we go.
Let's roll a history check.
I guess I'll roll it. I might as well.
I know nothing.
I am proficient.
I
Oh.
get.
Drost.
Oh my god. Dross, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, I forget your proficiency bonus is really high right now. Nice. Drost. You know that agents of particular houses carry signet rings for identification, as well as usually some identification papers when they become official agents of houses, in order to stay at these places and such, prove their identities so that someone couldn't pretend to be them and gain insider secrets, things like that.
Wait, do we have Orion signet rings?
Nope, you are honorary members.
Oh, I thought we were agents.
Honorary agents, rather. So
So-
a lot of Orion places have been told your descriptions and such, but you're not like agents that have access to insider secrets and things. So
Gotcha. We just
we
sold them
don't.
their secrets.
We don't have that shit.
I see. What are you here for then? Are you sending me back and forth a lot here?
I'm just gonna turn and look at Leroy. Are we not here to sell a thing?
Well, sorry, I assumed that he was being like cagey about it, and we just need to go in.
Oh,
No, this is-
no. We literally
Yes,
reach
we're here
behind
with a
me
magic item.
pull out the Sun Forger.
We need to see if somebody can make better use of it. than
Oh,
us.
okay. Sorry.
I was
That's
under
a
the
lot.
impression House kind of traded in rare magic items.
Yeah, he pulls like a lens over one of his eyes, kind of flips down from a thing he's wearing on his forehead. Oh, that is much more than I was expecting when you walked in. Yes. Let me just give me a second here. Kind of turns it over a few times while the lens like zooms in and out. Huh. Where'd you get this?
Bought it, I think.
Yes, we bought it in an area that is now taken over by the Second Morning.
Oh, that's a shame.
I have killed 62 people with this hammer.
Have you been
You
counting?
keep track?
You've washed it, right? Kept it clean. He kind of drops it on the counter.
No response.
He
Anyway,
casts
he doesn't need it
prestidigitation
anymore.
real quick on the hammer and then his hands.
Enjoy the hepatitis.
The blood burns off.
Well, you know what? I'll take your word for it, but I also will clean it. More of just a moral thing than anything. It's principle. Yes. This is very valuable. Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to make purchases or sales here. It's not that kind of house, Kenneth Branch. Sorry if that was misleading. I can tell you this thing is very valuable, and I'd really like to take it off your hands. You see, but
Sorry, we just sort of assumed that most branches of House Kenneth could do deals because the last time we showed up at one, they also said they weren't doing trade, and then they sold us 48,000 gold worth of
40. They sold
magical
you.
items.
Huh.
Yeah, I got this really cool staff.
Yeah, and we got that Ioun stone that Milos has over there.
Yeah, the lenses are zooming in all over the place
I
now,
will
just studying all of
immediately
you.
just glare at Leroy as soon as he says my name.
Sorry.
His eyes do turn to Milos with the lens over his eyes that zooms in and out. And he kind of squints a bit and lifts the lens up. It's back down again. Huh. Oh, none of my business. Leroy, make me a persuasion check.
Okay, persuasion. Oh, I've got proficiency in that because it's a warlock that Eric made.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
27.
Well,
I'm gonna flash a genius at.
I'm gonna flash a genius stat.
Yes.
well, we don't really carry much coin here for the purposes of purchasing things. It's all tied up in, IOUs between the various businesses and things. We have business understandings. We don't just deal in coin constantly. It would be too cumbersome. However,
Heavy.
we do have a warehouse here of various things our agents may find useful, and I could potentially bring out a few things that you may find useful as well in trade. See if any of them catch your eye.
Yeah, I'll just look around at the group. I'm fine with that if you are.
Yeah, that could work.
I'm in the market for quite a few components.
All right.
Well, that's true. We do make a lot of things.
I have yet to make anything this entire campaign. I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
If you want me to make something for you, I have skills and tools to make a lot of things.
Can you make something that makes my music go boom?
Eli does make a lot of beautiful music.
Boom?
Yeah, I want my music to be heard all across the town, given that I get permission, of course.
These thaumaturgy, it is literally a cantrip. It's so fucking easy.
I don't know about boom, but there's a chance I might be able to make an instrument that
Go burr?
That casts thunder damage?
I don't know, that just sounds generally more resonant.
What about if we put like a charm spell on one? Right? So it just like naturally charms people, enhances your performances. Advantage on performance checks while playing music.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Would that stack, Jordan, would that something like that stack with the resonant exotic wood type?
Would what stack with it? Sorry. I've been trying to pull up magic items while you were chatting.
Yeah, Jordan's panic trying to come up with things to trade with us. What?
I can just draw cards from my magic items box.
Oh no, I've got ideas. I've just been reading things to make sure they're applicable. But can you just repeat what the idea was?
The thought was,
It is
an instrument for Eli.
with a charm effect.
Yeah, with a charm effect. And then the resonant exotic wood makes instruments made from the type of wood provide +1 spell save DC when used as a casting focus.
Are these two separate magic items that exist that you're wanting to combine here?
No.
Or are you just trying to make a
No,
new
this
thing?
is just an item idea.
So,
Making a new thing. Okay.
right, like resonant isn't a magic item, it's just a type of wood that's listed.
Right. Okay.
So
Oh,
if I
in
get that
Kibbles?
wood, I can... Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
If I get that wood, I can turn it into an instrument for Eli, and then it can be enchanted with something else theoretically, if that stacks like that, and the special wood doesn't make it inherently magical.
Oh, like in the Armorer's Handbook rules.
Oh, Kibbles rules, yeah. But yes, basically.
I didn't know about Kibbles, but I do know that was in the Armorer's Handbook.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Kibbles has its own custom thing. Rule set. I don't think I want to set the precedent of making a mundane item magical and then also enchanting it. No. Drost's Hammer was a masterwork, but it wasn't technically magical to begin with. And then enchanted through the process of blacksmithing it, so that was fine. But I think if you made an item that was magical because of magical material you used, enchanting it would
Okay,
interfere
so it
with those
would
magical
be
properties.
magical material.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an adamantine chestplate is a magic item by D&D 5e rules, even though the only thing that's different about it is you've made it out of adamantine.
Okay.
For example, so it's already a magic item. You can use that. Like a lot of recipes require, hey, you need a piece of armor that's worth this much already. I would let you use a magical piece of armor for that, but it would delete the old enchantment to create the new enchantment. That's like, because it requires something of that value, and it's probably valuable enough. Much like increasing the price of the instrument would make it more valuable because you made it out of better material, then you could use that enchantment. We can work out something like that out of game, some sort of custom item, potentially a new instrument for Eli.
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be, as the scholars say, stonks.
Donkeys?
I don't like that.
Sorry, give me just a second. I lost my train of thought on the items I was looking through before.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
fine.
Sorry.
Okay, all good, all good. I'm just spinning too many plates at once.
No such thing.
fine,
Why are you
he's
spinning
fine.
plates?
Yeah, right? Claims to be a good DM is spinning plates.
Yep. It really is distracting when I'm trying to DM. It's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know why I do this, but I just don't DM the same if I don't. Okay. Brings out 3 items. It says, here, I hope one of these catches your eye. If not, I can check again for something. But these are some of the things that at first glance I thought would be of comparable value if I were to, why am I drawing a blank on the word?
Appraise.
Appraise, thank you. I knew it was an AP word. Great.
A penis.
Apple.
Correct. Sure. That's the word I was thinking of. Thank you.
Oh, fuck.
Didn't miss a
Choked on
beat.
it.
Didn't miss a beat. Alright. Brings out a rose that looks to be made of white crystal. And just sets it down, and it doesn't like deform like a rose made of plant would. It's clearly like sculpted and shaped to be very precise. It kind of sparkles a little bit, and when the light hits it just right, that light kind of becomes almost has like a rainbow sheen to it, over like a pearlescent kind of sheen to it.
Corollary to a person who constantly has detect magic up.
It's magic, yeah. he's magic. Correct.
He's British.
When the fuck did Brenda get here?
So a white rose, very shiny.
Can I tell what kind of magic?
It's not under the effect of a spell.
Oh, okay. I can't tell, like...
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah, I don't think it's
I
necessarily
got the
a
magic.
Darn.
A hand crossbow.
Okay.
That appears to be made out of dragon scales.
Oh.
What?
Like instead of like all of it is just, it's very very kind of crazy looking. Like the actual sort of arms of the if you could call it that, of the crossbow, I don't know if they're technically called, look almost like dragon wings stretched out. The body of it is made of dragon scales as well. Specifically,
What the fuck?
You mean Pacifically?
Pacifically, yes, Pacifically.
That's cool as shit, bro.
Yeah, that's extremely...
Yeah, black scales.
Oh, shit.
Girl, this gonna do some poison damage.
Yo, that shit's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last thing, Leroy, it immediately calls out to you. Like you immediately like look at it and you detect magic. It almost feels like the magic you're sending out to detect what magic is around you is like some sort of sonar or something. This seems like a void in space. Like the magic that you're pulsing out just gets sucked into it. And it's a small metallic ball with different runes and things inscripted all over it. It looks very similar to, it looks like warforged in nature, that's what I should say. It's very mechanical.
My eyes
Got like
immediately
veins and
snap
stuff,
to
like
that.
metal veins and stuff running around the outsides of it.
Oh yeah, is
I
it
wonder
throbbing
what these all
too?
do. Leroy, that was not necessary.
That was out of character.
Oh, that's
What
where I
is
lost that.
Oh my god.
I thought I broke it off somewhere around here.
This
I
one
want
here
a
you're pointing to?
divorce.
Yes.
This was salvaged from the first Mournland, actually. We've still been sort of picking at it. It seems to have great psionic potential to it, and we've turned it into a focus that is pretty impressive. Once you use it, you tune to it.
Aggressive.
Yes, it.
You're not helping your case.
Specifically, we've managed to sort of take its very destable nature and just apply that to yourself while you cast. If you cast spells through it, you can teleport as part of casting that spell.
Oh.
Holy moly, that sounds super cool.
As far as some additional bonuses as well there, but yes, it was some sort of component of it's strange. We couldn't find any record of it in our records of the Warforged that were created, but it's clearly Warforged in make of some nature, so it must be some powerful Warforged being that this was salvaged from.
Yeah. Before we make any rash decisions,
Was it taken from your son?
what do those other things do? But I have an inclination.
Well, some years back, there was a dragon that attacked up just north of the woods of Breckenmark, along the coast up there. We're still not sure why exactly it attacked. We haven't had dragon attacks in, centuries. It's been quite a long time. We thought, the dragons that were spoken of in legends were mostly, they watched over everything, took care of. This one seemed crazed, though. It went on quite a rampage, burned down a large section of the forest, but it was eventually brought down by graduates of the Breckenmark Academy, actually. They came back to protect the place that they spent so many years. We took some of the materials from that and forged a few different things, this being one of them. When you attack with it, it'll do, a little extra poison damage.
All right.
It'll produce its own ammunition. You see, you kind of knock this back here, and he kind of pulls part of it back, preparing to load a bolt into it, but then just like a green beam of energy just kind of like appears there instead of him having to load a bolt onto it.
Yeah, that's cool as fuck.
That's pretty neat. All right.
Could be useful. And this last one here, it's very delicate. You want to be careful with this one, but it can save you in a pinch, or you can crush it to do quite a lot of damage to something if you really need to. It's sort of an emergency situation type deal.
See,
I've
got to be honest. Sorry, continue.
Yes. If you were ever to be frozen by something or take a great amount of cold damage all at once, this thing could take it for you, and it will likely shatter on doing so, but it'll negate all of it. But you won't be harmed at all by that one instance of cold. Could be a lifesaver if you're, planning to head up north, especially against those. What do you call them? Those. No, there's those. Well, they haven't been mobile in years, but there's that castle up north in the woods that has all of those knights of ice running around outside it.
Wait.
If you're afraid of them, then you could.
This could be useful to you if you're the kind of person who, for example, takes over 100 damage at once.
Yes, exactly. 100 damage at once would block all of it. Very useful. Additionally, if you ever don't, need that effect, or you need to cause quite a bit of damage all at once, you can just crush it in your hand and just throw the dust out, and it will just cause everything in that area to be covered in ice. It'll be very cold. It'll do quite a bit of damage to quite a large area.
Lace up.
So 3 different options there for you.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys. I've got a definite preference.
Question. The thing up north you're speaking of, can we get some more information about that? Because that sounds super interesting.
Yep. I've only heard rumors, but
It's okay. We love rumors.
Yeah, rumors are kind of our thing.
well,
No?
it's stories told in the in taverns and such. I've never been up to see it myself, but I believe they still mark it on maps these days. But yes, icy cold castle up north. I believe it's been there ever since the morning. Not really sure where it came from, why it's there. People have thrown around some theories, though. In the past, some castles and such would appear out of nowhere all over the place. I'm sure maybe you've heard those stories before, and then disappear as if they were never there. There was always Fae involved, right? Just those creatures doing their.
What did she have to do with it?
Just creatures doing their mischievous deeds and such. But ever since the morning, that one appears stuck there. And the Fae that come from it are all cold and icy, not as playful as the stories usually tell, but I suppose that fits Karnath better. He's absolutely mean and cold Fae that have no empathy.
Maybe we should check this out. Sounds sort of
I
demonic.
wouldn't recommend it, but if you are heading that way, I'd definitely recommend picking this one up. And he points to the rose.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's likely not trouble for us.
Yeah, I think we'll probably be fine. Drost actually wouldn't care.
I do have a question
Fair
now that
enough.
we're talking on the lines of, bar tales and whatnot. By any chance, have you heard of any sort of mysterious kyber dragon shard that might be,
I mean, I've got lots
more
of things
powerful than
here made from
others?
those. More powerful? How so? Just a large one?
Like powerful enough to I don't know, secure a whole demon inside it if necessary. Which totally is
Never heard of that. No. Largest dragon shards, the largest kyber dragon shards I've heard of. And this is again rumor, of course. This is far above my pay grade, but from what I understand, the great forges they built the Warforged in sort of required those to operate. Very, very large ones, the largest we've ever seen.
That's a very interesting fact.
More of a rumor than a fact, but yes.
Eli, I don't think you're
Makes sense considering the magic involved. And
capturing the scale here.
Alright, how would you capture the scale?
I would say it's important enough that if you knew about it, you wouldn't talk about it.
Yeah, it... Uh-oh. Yeah, it's about at that level of importance.
that's pretty important. Yeah, like I said, I'd tell some rumors around here, but nothing crazy.
Okay, well, we deal with crazy.
If you've got something like this that you're willing to part with, I can tell. He points to the hammer.
Do you want to see something cool?
Of course.
Zips.
God. Fucking hell.
Oh no!
Go ahead and
Bonk, 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 bonk.
pull the great sword off my back and lay it on the desk.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The great sword, just a reminder, in House Lorandar colors, emblazoned with House Lorandar logos and stuff.
I'll tell her where I got it from. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I stole this from House Lorandar.
Okay. The lens on his face actually breaks. He pulls it off and shakes off, puts it on the counter as well. That's that's something.
It's cool, right?
I suppose I shouldn't ask you where you got this.
You
Too
wanna
important to
know?
talk about and all that.
I'll tell you.
No, you won't tell
I'll
him.
tell you. I don't care.
No, he's not lying. Don't say yes.
Before we saved Thrain,
You know what they say? Ignorance is bliss, right?
We're saving past Thorandor. We have to do a lot of saving these days.
It's a little bit tiring.
If this is a good question actually. If we wanted to talk to the head of the academy, how would we do that?
Be a noble,
Be a noble.
as far as I know. Well, the academy isn't run by one person, you understand.
Why not?
Who's like the president?
Well, I guess it supports. It is and it isn't. The Order of Reckonmark, sort of the most successful graduates that have gone on to do great deeds and come back and get accepted by the others. They're the greatest minds in the world, probably, as far as I know. They sort of collectively run the academy for future generations, but there's only one of them still here in Reckonmark right now. The rest of them are out all over the world trying to,
Save it.
Yeah, you could say that. I was gonna put it in less nice words.
Unfuck it.
Yes, precisely.
Good.
Fair enough.
And we find that person at the academy, but we can't talk to them.
Pretty likely, yeah. I mean, they're extremely powerful people, and their time is extremely valuable.
I'll keep thinking about it. The easy way is looking at Leroy and Eli and Carrick. The easy way to get in, I guess, is to cause enough trouble that they want to talk to us.
I thought we were on the route of
let's
joining
avoid
the
Just
that.
going to
trial.
apply normally.
I'll be honest.
I'm just theorizing.
I mean, we're practically gods, but still.
I'll be honest. You seem like y'all aren't like super familiar with the region. You're from out of town, yes? I mean,
Yeah.
I know.
I've
I
not
know.
run into you before.
Harsh
I've
punishment.
been here a couple
and
times
law
before,
and
but
order.
not enough to say that I am a local.
I wouldn't recommend coming up on the wrong side of the law here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
I mean,
I wasn't planning
realistically,
on it.
we could probably make our way out if something really, really bad does happen, but we'll try not to.
Why not do? And I'll kind of slap the counter a little
Yeah.
bit.
the Reckonmark
Break any bridges.
Reckonmark makes military officers. It's more likely that he's going to see you're a problem and just send his groups after you and not come down to speak to you himself either way.
Yeah, no,
He's got people to delegate for that task. He wouldn't just come down himself. No point.
that would end up with us just leaving, yeah. By the way, guys, we can straight up just leave from any situation. And more easily once we have,
That's pretty impressive.
yeah, it's nice. Capability I recently got. A little
So-
bit more, but, you know.
I'm hoping you don't want this sword taken off your hands, because I cannot accept this under any circumstances.
Not yet.
Oh yeah, that was more just a show and tell, I think, right, Ross?
Or yeah. Yeah.
I see. Well, that's better then.
I mean, I keep forgetting. I am literally head to toe in mithril full plate, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That is fairly impressive to be in 10 feet of like silver-lined mithril full plate. That is intimidating as fuck. I keep forgetting that's what I look like.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit.
Also, you just pulled out, like, a government super weapon.
I was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
yeah, look at this shit.
Hey, you want to see something?
you want to see something neat? Pulls out the nuclear football.
Check it out. Still hot.
You want to see something neat? Like pulls out cell phone, presses a button, and a government drone just flies overhead. Like,
Yeah, cool, right?
just rocks
Fires
the
a
building with,
Hellfire
like,
missile.
jets.
Catches the Hellfire missile.
So wait, Leroy, will you have to attune to this new focus if you plan on using it?
Would I have to attune to that?
Oh, certainly.
Yes, I
It's
would.
a focus. Of course you'll tune to it.
But I think it would probably be worth it. I can find something that I don't need. Sort of perpetual issue. Oh, I guess in that case, I could probably sell you guys one of the things I have. Well, I say sell, trade. Is there a way to filter by things I'm attuned?
They've
They've got a little gear.
Yep. Got a symbol if it's attuned or requires attunement. The little like sun looking thing.
Oh, am I? Yeah.
It's more like
Am I
a
back?
wheel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello? Okay.
Hello.
So I was trying to say that I could sell them something or trade.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we caught
That I
that.
could unattune. Okay.
You were just never gone for us.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I couldn't hear you guys. Do I only have 2 things attuned? Jordan, can you see something else that I'm attuned to?
Dancing sword, spellguard shield, ring of telekinesis.
Oh, dancing sword. Yeah, yeet that goop.
If you put that out, are you gonna set that on the counter as well?
Yeah.
Okay, this is becoming a lot more of a big transaction than I built. He kind of heads back in,
It's
pulls out another one of those
1 for
lenses
1.
again in his face, looks at it, and it shatters again. So this is quite impressive as well.
If this
Is it?
too
I
hard,
barely use it.
Hey, wait. We could try to sell things at the academy, right? I think
Oh yeah, they
that's
probably want
shit.
weapons.
You're less likely to find the academy wanting weapons, and more likely to find a bunch of spoiled nobles wanting weapons, if you ask me.
Okay, but this is a sword that fights for you. I mean, like,
Yes.
come on, the
That
nobles
sounds
want
like
that.
a noble's dream. If you find the right one, of course.
Okay, so maybe I'll put that back in the scabbard or wherever I just had it a moment ago.
Alright, well, as fun as this is,
Oh,
it's
also,
obviously not your
please-
trouble.
Don't mention to anyone that I call them spoiled nobles. Just as a note.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
obviously.
don't worry.
You don't say the quiet part out loud in public. Oh, also, I was wondering, would that thing be somewhat related to this? And I pull out the Warforged communicator that I have.
Kind of zooms in on it with a lens over, and he pulls out another lens. Zooms in on it a little. That.
Liz observes curiously, inspecting with
Why you gotta pull up
Warforged
things?
components.
Why you gotta pull up things that I had notes for 3 months ago?
Oh,
As in game, it was like a week ago.
I know, but
I haven't had somebody with lenses to break.
so I remember the gist of it. I'm just trying to remember what the wording is exactly. So he'll just say, "Yeah, Warforged can use that to communicate. I haven't seen one in a while because I've not needed them since the war, but it'll have some sort of message encoded on it. You can read that message. You could send it out. Yeah.
Oh, wait, how do I read it? Do I know how to read it? I
You
read
probably-
the message.
You probably would know how to read it, but I think when we found it, it was like, oh yeah, I found this. I put it in my bag and then never touched
Yep.
it again.
Oh, I kept looking at it.
Okay.
Oh, there was a message on it, but Jordan deleted his notes.
I'm looking. So yeah,
Okay.
also it was months ago, IRL. So I'm having to
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
out where I even kept those notes. This might have to be something for next session at this point.
That's okay, or
Um,
between sessions is fine too, because it's probably not tremendously important.
I remember you picked it up specifically with one hand, not the other. That was important, and that's why it didn't just automatically activate.
Oh, let's see. Would have been working with the Rod of the Pack Keeper in right hand, or no, in left hand, and I would have picked it up with my with my arm.
Right, and your arm would not have been tuned and all that, but you can still use this arm.
Yeah, well,
That.
no longer. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll handle that next session. Being a next session, you reading the message and stuff. But yes, that's the thing you can just read.
Okay.
Actually, and just as a note, how it works, it actually like you hold it up to your head, and like part of the Warforged skull just opens up, and it like flies in to accept
You
it and
want
like
to see inside?
decodes it.
Some people say they can see hell.
Oh my
And-
god. It's gonna read like, hey, by the way, guys, the dragon shard is over here. And we're
It's
gonna
gonna
be like,
read these
fucker.
nuts.
these nuts.
It's gonna finally tell us who AH is.
And then it pops out. And when you encode a message on it, you pop it in your skull, you designate a target and a message, and then it'll actually like fly to the target. And then
Okay.
I think there's a spell that it functions very similarly to, but it's repeatable, like Animal Messenger or something.
Oh, neat.
Very cool.
I forget off the top of my head, but I mean the target has to be a Warforged, obviously. So,
Yeah, but those are the only people I care about.
oh boy. Okay, let's handle this transaction though, if we can. Before the end of
Yes,
the
yes,
session.
yes, yes.
So it's 3 items, so I don't have to like keep notes on exactly which thing
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to take.
Anybody opposed to the Warforged item?
Oh, you
Well,
can
I-
take that.
Dross doesn't seem all that interested in the flower, unless someone else wants to pick up crossbowing. I'm out of the crossbow market, and as I say that, my gloves will shift into a brassy quarterstaff that's covered in gears and lightning.
However,
Oh, damn.
However, you're disguised at the moment with just Carrick's hands, so you just have like
Oh.
a crossbow just summon out of nowhere in front of you. Like,
No, I did quarterstaff first, and then I was going to
Oh.
do scythe, and then I was going to end on crossbow.
so you just summon a bunch of weapons.
Yeah,
Well, that's pretty neat.
and then just shrink them into my disguised hands.
Yeah, I don't need any of that
They
shit.
just kind of clip into your hands like a shitty video game bug, just like shoop.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, obviously we're fine.
Obviously.
We'll take that then. I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Yep, this for that.
Just one for one that, and then we'll sell some shit later.
Leroy,
Thank
which
you.
hand do you pick it up with?
Oh boy,
right-handed?
probably right hand because I keep the shield on my left.
Okay. You reach out to pick it up, and your hand starts separating. Like each finger, like a line between each finger goes down to the wrist and then up the arm as well. Like the whole arm is splitting into a bunch of long tentacles with each finger at the end of it. But robot-y, not like fleshy.
Yeah.
Oh,
That cannot be
Well, I
comfortable.
was,
They quickly
Yes, and?
grab the orb
okay.
and then begin to reform around it. And it becomes integrated into your arm.
Leroy?
I didn't mean to do that per se.
Well,
I
And if
look
you
at
look-
my hand.
Look down at your hand, and your palm just gives a quick blink at you, and then just looks like a palm again,
Like with an eye?
like a robotic eye. And that is where we'll pick up from next time.
What? What the heck?
What?
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah, and the dude who gave that to you is like, what? He's like, what? Like, what the fuck? His lens shatters again.
Oh, poor dude. Can I cast
Lamps.
Mending on at least one of them and see if
They're-
that'll
they're
fix
magic
it? But it's
items.
probably enchanted. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's the first time I was like, oh man. Now I'm just imagining he has like 30 of them.
They go through it.
Refreshes every day.
It is a warehouse for House Canop agents, so like, yeah, he probably has a shit ton
Yeah.
back there. And that should tell you they don't see super rare magic items all that often here.
Yeah, I guess not.
Right. Well, hope you had fun this session, guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks for running.
I
How many shopping episodes can we chain together?